Okay, here we go, like number 8. So, doing a separation of variables problem. This is homework number 2, problem 23. And here we go. So we have dy dx equals the natural log of x over xy. And then they give us this initial y of 1 equals negative 5. Or I guess not initial, but we can take this y, bring it on over, and then bring the dx over. And that will separate our variables on each side so that when we integrate we're not having any problems. So we get y dy is equal to the natural log of x over x dx. Integrate both sides. Integral of y is just y squared over 2. And the integral of the natural log of x over x isn't necessarily something we just know off the top of our head, so at least I didn't. So I could do a u substitution. So we'll take the natural log of x over x, integrate it, and we'll let u equal the natural log. So du is going to be 1 over x. And then we have dv will set to be 1 over x. And that will give v as natural log of x. So that integral is going to be u times v, which is the natural log squared of x, minus the integral of v du, which is just that natural log of x over x, and then a constant of integration. Now these, we can just bring that on over to the other side, and we'll get 2 times the integral of the natural log over x is equal to the natural log squared of x plus some constant of integration. Divide that 2 over, and the integral of the natural log of x over x is equal to the natural log squared of x over 2 plus c, and we'll just absorb that 2 in there. We can say c over 2 equals c1, whichever you want to do, it's okay. And we'll write that over here. Natural log squared of x plus c, bring that over 2, good to go. Multiply this 2 from the left side over, and we get y squared is equal to the natural log squared of x. Again, we'll just absorb that into the constant. And we can take the square root of both sides, and we get plus or minus the natural log squared of x plus c. Well, using our first given values, we'll say that negative 5 is equal to, well, the square root of anything always has to be positive, or else we get imaginary numbers. So in order for that to be negative, we'd have to bring it as a negative. And we'll say the natural log of 1 plus c. Well, the natural log of 1 is just 0. We can get rid of that term. And now we have the square root of c is equal to, negative square root of c is equal to negative 5. Divide out a negative 1. And we can square both sides so that we get c is equal to 25. Put that all back in, and y is equal to negative square root of the natural log squared of x plus 25. Overall, pretty straightforward. I think it's a good review just to know what you're looking for in terms of separating variables if you have to. Doing a u substitution is always good. That's it for now. Thanks so much for listening.